All right, so it's Saturday. Happy weekend to every single one of you guys. On my last video, you guys came with the crazy comments. Again, I'll always tell you guys this. If you agree or disagree with me and you're willing to hop into my comment section and chat with me, that's all I ask for. I appreciate it. I love the engagement. I love talking to you guys, so that made my week. So today's video is the beginning of the YouTube boxing scene in the mega event format, and that is KSI versus Joe Weller. The catapult, the catalyst for the explosion of YouTube boxing. It wasn't the first YouTube boxing video ever, but it was the first event, and it was massive. It's the reason we now have the Logan versus KSI 1 and 2, and also the reason we have Jake Paul as the YouTube boxers. But nevertheless, this was the antithesis of YouTube boxing. It was somewhat real beef. It was bred out of competition. Could Joe Weller have done things differently to ultimately lead him to a W? Did KSI fight in a different way than he has against Logan both times? These are questions I want to answer, and we're going to find out right now. KSI versus Joe Weller, the original YouTube boxing main event. Let's go. I just now realized this. This was almost 3 years ago to the day. Joe Weller walking out. Look at the fans, man. This thing, it's only right that we did this for the 3rd anniversary of the beginning of the YouTube main event scene, right? Look at how they packed out this arena. I don't think I've ever seen a boxing robe fit anyone tighter than that thing fits Joe Weller. Joe looks like he's wearing the first Spider-Man outfit before he got Tony Stark to help him create the 2nd and 3rd options. I like this outfit from KSI better than any of his other outfits. To be fair, he does look like he has a little bit of cow print on there. That's kind of what it looks like. I think it's supposed to be tiger print, but it looks like cow print to me. Oh my God, the people are flipping KSI off. Is that what I just saw? So wait a second. KSI was the one going into this fight that everyone wanted to see lose. He was the villain. He was playing the Floyd Mayweather role here, right? At least some portion of the crowd does not like KSI at all.
Words being exchanged between the two of them. Look at Weller's just nodding at KSI. KSI spits.
That referee's having none of these conversations. Why is KSI blowing kisses at people in the crowd? He looks like a puffer fish. What is he doing? All right, here we go. Round 1. Joe walks right across. And almost eats a jab there. If KSI throws that jab out straight, Joe walks right onto it. Look. Right here. KSI's throwing that jab out. He just misses him. Nice overhand right from KSI. Nice right hand to the body as well. Joe, again, just kind of standing and taking these. Like right here, Joe has not parried a shot. He's just blocking. His hands are high and he's blocking. It's a pretty easy read for KSI. He's throwing the jab up top. He can see that Joe Weller's guard is super high, super tight around his face. There's no return fire from Joe, right? He's perfectly comfortable throwing up this high guard and allowing KSI to just hit him. KSI makes a good read. Straight right hand to the body. Bang. Beautiful. Hey, there's a left hook. Nice left hook. Off the jab. Return left hook. KSI's hands completely down. Again, no respect for Joe in this moment because we are 20 seconds into the fight, and KSI's probably let off 25 shots to Joe's 0. And Joe's strategy to move his head off the center line is to avoid that jab, get inside, and throw some power shots. He's just not able to do it. Until right here. It's a nice left hook. Boom. And a jab behind it. Joe could have used more of that. Oh my goodness. Joe seems to really like to lean off that center line to his left side and bang the hook behind it, right? He likes to come here, lean, and throw the hook behind it. Let's see if KSI counters with something with that right hand. Throw that big overhand right. Maybe feint that jab out, get that reaction out of Joe to slip, and then the right hand comes behind it. Watch this. Boom, right down the center line. KSI could do that all fight and win. Because, again, Joe's not making him pay for sticking that jab out there. He's not slipping and ripping underneath that. He can do this all fight if he wants. And Joe is just okay to eat these shots. The head has ceased to move off the center line. Look, just a high guard. High guard. High guard. No movement. Trying to bully his way into range. Nice jab there. That's a nice jab. Again, that's what you would need to do to make KSI pay for all these jabs he's throwing out with his hands down, standing right in front of you. Nice right hand. I just saw that. You got to make him pay right there. You have to. And you need to follow up. It can't just be the jab. It can't just be the right hand. It can't just be the hook. When a guy that throws like KSI throws and the volume that he accumulates, you have to follow up on him. You need for him to respect your shots because if not, you're going to see this, what we've seen basically the entire first round. He's just off balance when he throws. That's not a bad hook. It misses, but it's the right idea, right? Slip the jab. And now KSI with that right hand down. He's open for the hook. KSI's got a good reaction here to slide. Joe just misses the shot. That's a beautiful pullback from KSI, man. To recognize that left hook coming out. Again, Joe kind of telegraphs it, but if not, that thing was a hammer coming. Good head movement from KSI. Hey, there we go. There we go. That's a little bit what we want to see from Joe. I think that was a little bit of a low blow too, though. That was under the belt line. That right hand, boom, right to the dick. Nice right hand up top, though. Jordy is pumped, baby. Look at KSI measure with that lead hand. This is a range finder. Just finding out where Joe is. Joe slides under the jab. Another good read here from KSI. Here comes the uppercut. Boom. Nice read. It's not the most technical uppercut, but it's a nice read and a great finish. Measuring with the jab. And Joe has to return right here. You can't allow him to stand here like this with his hand just on your head and framing you for whatever shot he wants. You cannot allow this. Peel the hand off, right hand. Slip under, uppercut. Shot to the body, something. This is not enough. KSI's just looking for shots. What's open? The body? Cool. The hands drop a little bit. Hook. Oh, the guard's a little wide. Uppercut. Jab. Everything he wants, he gets because Joe's allowing him to. All right, so round one, a lesson in boxing basics. If you have a reach advantage, if something that you are blessed with in the fight that you're in is the ability to have the longer reach than the opponent, the first way you utilize that is pumping that jab like I pump gas into my car, non-fucking stop. And KSI's doing that to Joe, and Joe's just taking it. Joe's just walked right in front of him, stood there. Yeah, he's got a high guard, but listen, those shots can break the guard. And again, when KSI throws those and Joe doesn't return, it just builds the confidence of KSI to say, listen, this guy can't hurt me. He's not dangerous. I'm going to throw whatever I want. There were spurts for Joe, right? There were shots from Joe that landed. The jumping in left hook was his best shot. He did slip off the center line a couple of times, but it was only after 7 or 8 unanswered jabs. Jordy and the announce team were definitely more excited to see Joe land than KSI, but to be fair, they did give KSI his credit as he continued to accumulate shots, and he was battering Joe. But again, it plays up to the story that KSI went in there and silenced everyone. Joe leaning, lunging, reaching, just not comfortable. Absolutely, KSI is sharper in this fight than he was in the Logan fight. Look at the ability to get out of the way of this massive left hook. Look, boom. Head movement, beautiful. And follows up. Again, making Joe pay. Look at that right hand. Hey, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Again, KSI is open to be countered. Hit him with something. There we go. That's what we need. It seems like Joe's most confident in throwing a return left hook. The right hand, he wants to throw off the left hook. Boom, boom. He can't land it because, again, the setup is just the left hook. KSI sees that coming a mile away. He's seen it 20, 30 times now. Look at Joe. Just making it a dogfight there. Again, he could have used more of that. The pace they're fighting at is ridiculous. For them, again, to not be professionals in their first fight. We know now that KSI has a ridiculous gas tank. But at this point, this was crazy. Round 2, Joe did some better things. I still think that KSI won the round pretty handily. Again, he landed more clean shots. Both guys, you can start to see, are feeling the effects at the pace they're fighting at, right? Both guys a little tired. KSI more willing to kind of hang out on the ropes there. I expect him to come out in the third round more fresh. He pushed KSI up against the ropes. Jordy made a great point. He made this a fight instead of a boxing match. In the second round, he tried to do that, which was to say, stop letting KSI pepper you with jabs, frame you with the lead hand, throw the right hand behind it without you returning at all. And yeah, he might have the more crisp shots, but if you can get inside and you can frustrate him a little bit, start landing some shots to the body, take that gas tank away, take some pop off the shots, we could have ourselves a scrap here. If anybody took that lesson and applied it later on, it was KSI versus Logan. Because Logan on the feet was outboxing KSI pretty easily. But KSI made it a fight, and he made it a dog fight. Logan couldn't handle it. KSI seems to be handling it pretty well. Round 2 to KSI. Joe has got to figure out a way to land more shots. All the walking down is great. All the pushing him up against the rope is great. He's got to figure out a way to land shots, return fire, make KSI pay for standing in front of you, just like he's doing to you. Here we go, round 3. Round 3. Let's see who's the fresher fighter. Woo! Look at that. Joe, again, just stands right in front of him. The jab touches him. He never sees the right cross coming. Bang! Right across the face. Beautiful. And now he's getting battered. Oh, my goodness. Look at that forward momentum. And KSI landed shots. Now he's stalking him. He is chasing a little bit, but he's... Woo! This is something you cannot do if you're Joe Weller. You're in the middle of a fight. You're in the middle of an actual boxing match. The #1 rule, the referee says this as they come together, protect yourself at all times. He starts complaining about something. I don't know if it's his mouthpiece, something happened, but you have to protect yourself. Joe gets lit up with this right hand. Oh my goodness. It could have been way worse. Woo! Nice left hook. Little head movement, little level change. Bang! But again, the shots don't seem to sting JJ as much as KSI's accumulation is getting to Joe. Joe should have tried to work this position. Instead of just pushing KSI, literally walking forward and physically pushing him, he has KSI in a bad position here. Just walk him back to the corner, slide, cut off the ring. JJ moves out to his left side off the left hook, slide, cut off the ring. Keep him in that corner because, again, now you don't have to chase him. And now you can walk him down. And now the shots will accumulate once you get inside of that range. And this is why KSI gets out here. Just slides out of the way. No opposition. Joe allows it. Joe's nose is just busted up. That jab has torn him apart. Look at that. Battering him. Left and right. Boom. Left hook, right hook. KSI, there is some technique improvements that I see, for sure. But for the most part, it's pace and it's overwhelming volume that he throws. And he's doing that continuously. Again, big right hand again. Oh, he's all over Joe. Yeah, they're going to stop it. They're going to stop it. Yep. Oh, they give him another standing 8. Oh, no, you need this needs to be it right here. Joe's not even able to keep his hands up. There's just too much volume. All right, here we go again. That's 2 standing 8s in the 3rd round. Boom, big right hand. Look at Joe just stand there. He's compromised at this point. Boom, boom, boom. Right hand after right hand. That's it. It's over. Wow, wow. Look at, holy Jesus. Who is that? Is that the sidemen running in there? Good God, they run in an attack. Yeah, there's one of them. Oh, my God, they swarm him. Oh, my God. And someone get Joe out of the ring. Jesus, he's just been battered, man. Who's this? Is that Deji? Look at Deji.
Is there anything you want to say to someone out there? You said you wanted to call someone out.
Jordy had to remind him to call people out.
Jake Paul, Logan Paul, any of the Pauls, I don't care.
All right, so that's where it started. We get to see literally the antithesis, the seed planted, the growth of the YouTube boxing scene, all off the back of Joe Weller originally and Joe Weller KSI in this main event. So this was the birth in KSI's mind and the rest of our minds. We should have seen this coming for the first Logan Paul fight. KSI's volume and pressure, it's natural to him. He doesn't have any respect for anybody's punching power. And even when Logan did hit him with some big shots in the first and second fight, he was able to dig down deep within and still come forward. So this guy is a dog at heart. KSI did show some improvements. I don't know if they're improvements, but showed some remnants of great technique. His straight right hand was devastating. He was able to recognize, again, that Joe was just going to stand in front of him and hold a high guard, so he started working Joe's body, which in turn, as we move through the fight, watch Joe's hands continue to fall down by his waist, and then KSI, again, with that crazy volume and pace, starts to light Joe up like a Christmas tree up top. Right hands, left hands. KSI's most consistent and best weapon from start to finish. He did hold a reach advantage here against Joe, was to be able to pepper that jab out, something he wasn't able to do to Logan because, again, Logan had a longer reach advantage. Logan was peppering the jab out on KSI. So there was definitely a switching of the roles as KSI moved to the Logan fight. But here, he utilized his jab beautifully. He was able, again, to just keep Joe at bay, and Joe was willing to take the punishment. That was the problem on Joe Weller's part. He was willing to take the punishment. He was willing to just stand there. He wasn't able to get inside, which I assume was the game plan for him and his team, was to get inside of that jab and have Joe work the body or have Joe rip the hooks upstairs. It just didn't work out for him. He didn't look comfortable. This is cool to watch because what you get to see is KSI's natural abilities, right? His natural strengths, which are his high volume and his pace. And we've seen that throughout his YouTube boxing career. Look at every fight, sparring session. When things don't go his way, when he gets rocked by a shot, when he's winning the fight, when he's on fumes, when he's fresh, KSI at his heart is a dog. And that volume and the pressure, it covers a lot of the holes that he might have technique-wise. I really enjoyed watching this. I really did. I hope you guys did as well. KSI took the first step toward becoming the YouTube king of boxing. He has the belt. The call out after my man Jordy reminds him of the Paul brothers, the Pool brothers, the Pool brothers. Let's not mention anybody ever did that accent again. We've now seen the beginning and the middle of KSI's YouTube boxing scene. There is still one individual that we all want to see him fight. That Jake Paul fight is out there. When they get that fight done, it is going to be a very interesting matchup. And I'll just say this. We haven't seen Jake handle adversity. We've seen KSI not only handle it, but create it. What happens in their fight? Guess we're going to find out.